My life was just like complete chaos. Nothing ever stable, nothing ever consistent. I felt like my whole life like I was missing something. In my freshman year of high school, I got introduced to meth. And it was like, boom, that was it. That's what I had been missing. It was like euphoria. Like everything in my head had finally gotten quiet. It was all right for once. It always start off where I just started getting loaded like on the weekends. And then my Sunday run into my Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then it just was a downward spiral. And it always ended up behind bars. The worst of times, I had just gotten out of jail. I didn't have a house anymore. And here I was from motel to motel. And I remember Jacob was hungry. And I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. That was the hardest thing, not being able to provide for your child and knowing that, you know what, I'm going to go have to steal some food. I'm going to go have to do something. That's when I felt completely broken. And that's when I cried out to God, okay, something has to change. I'm currently a resident at the Village of Hope, which is a transitional shelter. I came here after a recovery home that I had been at for about 6 months. One of the doctors here, they like make you get a physical when you come in. She goes, Melissa, you need to lose some weight because you're borderline diabetic. And I thought, okay, maybe this running program is the way to get a little bit healthier.
Even though they liked her, Belle was so different from anyone.
Up and Running had been coming here and training the students for half marathons. Steve Tierney, I remember when the first day of training, he came and he made it sound simple. You start out with 5 minutes on and 5 minutes off. And I thought to myself, I could probably do this. My first marathon, I remember crossing the finish line and I was just in tears because you just have this sense of accomplishment, you know? I feel like running gave me the courage and endurance to push through in other areas of my life. Like, I remember going to school. I remember thinking, okay, I'm 30 years old. I'm going back to school. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. I don't know how to study. You know, what am I doing? And I remember just thinking to myself, I've run a half marathon. If I can get up in the morning and put my shoes on and go out there and run 4 miles, I can get up in the morning and go to class for an hour.
We appreciate you being out here, all of you being out here.
It just builds your self-confidence, especially with me and my kids. You know, Jacob's like, oh, my mom runs half marathons, you know, and he's so proud of me. It's like, oh, I'm proud of me too, babe. It shows them discipline, you know, it shows them like, this is what we do. When I say, hey, I'm going to start training for this half marathon, we say something, we do it. We do what we say. Before I got sober, when I would get mad or angry, I would turn to drugs or alcohol. And running is a healthy way for me to escape. It's a healthy way for me to cope today. If you would have told me that I would have 2 amazing children and a man that loves me today, I would never thought that would be possible. Coming out of that drug addiction, I was so broken and I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror from the things that I had done. And to think that I was worthy of grace and mercy and love, for me that was such a far thought. I'm going to struggle today, and I'm going to struggle tomorrow, and I'm going to struggle the day and the week after that. But it's going to be okay. You know, that's just life. And today I can handle life.